السلام عليك يا بنت رسول الله. السلام عليك يا بنت ولي الله. السلام عليك يا أخت ولي الله. السلام عليك يا عمة ولي الله. السلام عليك يا بنت موسى بن جعفر ورحمة الله وبركاته. يا فاطمة اشفعي لنا في الجنة، فإن لك عند الله شأنا من الشأن.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وشفيع ذنوبنا أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my beautiful sisters and brothers in humanity and in wilaya. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you all the best of health and happiness and husnul aqibah during this blessed day of Friday, which is also known as Sayyidul Ayyam, the master of all days. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah that we are alive, we are breathing, and that is the greatest gratitude that you and I really need to appreciate and thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for yet another Friday known as Jum'ah. Today is the day we all remember again our Imam of our time, and let us all recite Dua Faraj together. So even if you're at home or driving and you can be part of this program, I want all of you to take this part and opportunity to make this yearning dua and remember the Imam of our time. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma kun li waliyika al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك توعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us all these doors to knock and to return back to Allah through prayers, through supplications, through ziyarats, through salawats, and through dhikrs and tasbih. And these are all navigating us and navigating our hearts to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The world is still undergoing this big, huge calamity and these unprecedented times. And as you can see, being in the UK, you've seen that the lockdown has eased. And the reason why I'm saying that as the lockdown has eased, you can see the craziness of people. The people who have not taken any responsibility, nor have they taken any lessons from this COVID-19 pandemic, that everybody you see, because of the hot weather, and the weather being so beautiful, sunny, and the sun is shining, and people are at thousands and thousands at the beach, without taking responsibility that we may strike another wave of this huge, terrible pandemic. Now, this is a question for you and I to really understand. That have we taken any lessons since last 4 months? We have seen millions of deaths because of this invincible virus. And yet, people have not taken any responsibility that we need to protect ourselves. Not only ourselves, but we need to protect the environment. We need to protect our fellow human beings and ensure that we are following the guidelines, we are following the protocols so that we are able to save people's lives. Now, this, in essence, is for us to really reflect on this day of Jummah. Despite this whole pandemic throughout the world, people have lost this fervor of seeking godliness and going back to the Lord Almighty. People have lost faith, and you have noticed that in the news when you read that many people in the US and across the globe, they have committed suicide, and there's so many tragic things happening. And on the other side of the world, people have forgotten the plight, the brutal tragedies happening in Yemen today. Now, this is something that you and I really need to ask ourselves, that what am I doing as a human being? What am I calling for? Am I calling for justice? Am I calling for social justice? Am I calling for this world to heal? And how can this world heal? Is for us human beings to take responsibility and take a back step and try and scaffold our souls and find out, where am I going wrong and how can I help in saving humanity today? Especially women who are constantly looking for role models. We as women always feel that we have been sidelined, we have been marginalized, we are second-class women. We have no role in the society. Let me assure you today that today I'm going to take you on a journey of a phenomenal woman who was born, according to narrations, on the 1st of Dhul Qa'dah. And that is Lady Fatima Ma'suma Salamullahi Alayha, who was born in the household of Imam Musa ibn Ja'far Salamullahi Alayhi. Now, something that is so fascinating, being a woman, I'm always intrigued when I read narrations from our Imams alayhi salam, and it is said that prior to the birth of Bibi Ma'sume QUM, it was at the time of Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, when he was talking about this daughter who's going to be born, and she is going to be a great scholar, and she would be born in the house of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam's son, Imam Musa al-Kadhim, our 7th Uli Imam. And he and Najma Khatun, the mother of Lady Ma'suma, would give birth to this beautiful, amazing, phenomenal daughter. And this happened after 54, 55 years after the demise of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. But he had already prepared the people of his time that there will be a child being born in the household of Imam Musa al-Kadhim. Now, what is this woman about? I mean, being a woman, you always want to see the strength of a woman. Don't you see that? You all want to see a woman who is excelling, a woman who is empowering, a woman who is an inspiration, a woman who gives hope to humanity, a woman who is so knowledgeable and has that status and caliber, who holds herself so high in the community, and she becomes this timeless role model for not only women, but she is this role model for scholars who are studying in QUM, in the holy city of QUM. And what about this beautiful city of QUM? I really reminisce my time when I was studying in QUM, and I used to enjoy every moment when we would be reciting Dua Kumail in the beautiful shrine of Bibi Masuma. And you would feel that this is your home. Anybody who goes to QUM, and I'm sure you are all looking forward to going for ziyarah to Bibi Masuma Salamullahi alayha and her dear beloved brother Imam Ali ibn Musa al-Rida in Mashhad. And these phenomenal entities are a great lessons and role models for us. So when we talk about Bibi Fatima Masuma, she and Imam Ali ibn Musa Rida, these two children were from the same mother, Najma Khatun. And she was an amazing, knowledgeable personality who devoted her life for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And inshallah, we'll talk about Najma Khatun another time, because I want to give my time today and give snippets from the life of Bibi Fatima Al-Kubra. She was known as Fatima Al-Kubra, but she had other epithets. She was known as Tahira. She was known as Ma'suma. She was known as Fadila. She was known as Karime Ahlul Bayt. She was known as Karime Ahlul Bayt. And this title was given by Imam Baqir alayhi salam to one of the great scholars who saw in a dream when he was looking for the grave, the shrine, the place where Bibi Fatima Zahra alayha salam was buried. And every one of us are literally in search. We are all looking forward to, embracing the grave of Bibi Fatima Ma'suma, Bibi Fatima Zahra Salamullahi alayha. And this great scholar was a devout mu'min, and he saw a dream. And in the dream, after 40 days of doing a'mals and worships, he saw this beautiful dream that Imam Baqir alayhi salam tells him in the dream that, "Oh Abdullah, O the servant of Allah, if you are in search of the grave of Bibi Fatima Zahra Salamullahi alayha, then you need to turn to QUM and you need to visit Fatima Ma'suma. And one who visits Fatima Ma'suma, it is as though he or she has visited Fatima Zahra Salamullahi alayha." Subhanallah. So this tells us that the caliber of this great personality of Fatima Al-Kubra, the daughter of Imam Musa Al-Kadhim alayhi salam and Bibi Najma Khatun. She was raised in Medina for 7 years under the parenthood and under the guardianship of all her brothers, and Imam Musa Al-Kadhim alayhi salam had 37 children. Amongst all the children, the most phenomenal, the most illustrious child from all was this lady, Fatima Ma'suma. Why was she given this title? She is not from the 12 holy Imams, neither is she from the Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam, the 14 Ma'sumin alayhim salam, right? So when you talk about the Isma, it means that she had reached the celestial stations, she had reached those great maqamat, that she was so conscious of every act of devotion and her ubudiyah and her sublime submission to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and hence she is known as Fatima Ma'suma, just like we have Abul Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam. And it is said that one who wants to go and visit Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, when you reach Karbala, it is the adab and the etiquette of mu'mineen that when you go to Karbala, you don't just go and visit Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. the Sayyid al-Shuhada, the Aba Abdullah, the father of all the servants of Allah. It is said that first you enter the shrine of Abul Fadl al-Abbas. You pay a visitation there. You seek permission from Abul Fadl al-Abbas, who is the epitome of Wafa, who is the epitome of Ba Wafa, being loyal and subservient to his master Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. You make your movements there, you pray there sincerely, and after doing your ziyarah to Abul Fadl al-Abbas alayhi salam, after that you proceed to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Similarly, when it comes to Bibi Ma'suma QUM, it is narrated that she held such a great lofty station, just like Sayyida Zainab salamullahi alayha. She was not Ma'suma as per the theological aspect, and to understand the Isma, she had reached those levels because of her affinity for the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam and her wilaya for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. And you can see the relationship between Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam and Sayyida Zainab, and you will feel so blessed when you just read about this brother-sister relationship. Similar was the relationship of Imam al-Rida alayhi salam and Bibi Ma'suma salamullahi alayha. So here I want to take a pause and try and read out the ziyarah of Bibi Ma'suma salamullahi alayha. So even when you enter the maqam of Bibi Ma'suma in QUM salamullahi alayha, your heart just melts, and it's like you are going to your mother. How many of us have this feeling that you cannot talk to anybody in the world? You can't talk to your parents, you can't talk to your husband, you can't talk to your children. And when you reach Bibi Ma'suma, you just pour your heart out. All your hajats that you have, and I'm sure, please make your hajats, because we are all celebrating this beautiful wilada of Bibi Ma'suma, and I want you all to feel and take your hearts to QUM al-Muqaddasa and just make this virtual tour and just imagine that you are at the helm of Bibi Ma'suma salamullahi alayha. And how do you enter this place? The holy shrine, the way it stands with so much glory and its majesty, and you see everybody humbly seeking Ibn Dukhul to reach proximity through Bibi Ma'suma salamullahi alayha. After reciting the Ibn Dukhul, I just want to recite a few sentences from the ziyarah, and this ziyarah was given by a Ma'sum Imam, and hence it is so authentic that you will realize that Imam Rida alayhi salam says, Manzara Fatima, whoever visits Bibi Fatima in QUM, kamanzarani. I want you to reflect on this profound statement, that whoever makes a visitation to Fatima Ma'suma in QUM, it's as though the believer has visited Imam al-Rida. Now here I'm talking about a Ma'sum Imam. You're talking about the Hujjah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the presence of the time of Bibi Fatima Ma'suma. When an Imam makes that statement, it is as though it's signing off. It's endorsing that this lady has such a high position. If you reach her, you have reached me. Meaning that we need to gain the ma'arifah of Bibi Fatima salamullahi alayha. And when you recite the ziyarah, you begin Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. You begin with as though you are giving the salam to Prophet Adam alayhi salam. You're giving salam to Ibrahim salamullahi alayhi. You're giving salam to Assalamu alayka ya Nuh Nabiyullah, Ibrahim Khalilullah. All these Anbiya and the Prophet salamullahi alayhi. After that, what do we recite? We recite Assalamu alayki ya bint Fatima wa Khadija. I want you to think about this, that this great lady, the way she is introduced, it's very important for all of us to understand that the way we need to introduce this lady, this great lady, we are introducing her as peace be upon you, Ya bint Fatima wa Khadija, or the daughter of Fatima and Khadija. Assalamu alayki ya ukhta waliyillah, O peace and blessings be upon you, O sister of Waliyullah, the authority of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Assalamu alayki ya ammata waliyillah, peace and blessings be upon you, O auntie of the wali of Allah. Assalamu alayki ya bint Musa ibn Ja'far, peace and blessings be upon you, peace be upon you, O daughter of Musa, the son of Ja'far. Assalamu alayki arrafallahu baynana wa baynakum fil jannah. Peace be upon you, the one who understands him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, between us and between you, fil jannah, in paradise. Allahu Akbar. Man zara al-ma'suma biqum kaman zarani. What it means is that this lady has reached the stations of her knowledge, her excellences in her akhlaq, her disposition, her understanding, her ma'rifah, that I will take you back at a time when she was in Medina. So she was only 6 years old. She was only 6 years old, and there was a caravan of Shias who visits Imam Musa ibn Ja'far in Medina. It was on a Friday, just like today. So you're going back timeline, and I'm just taking you back there in Madinatul Munawwara, and just imagine and picture yourself that there's a group of followers of Shias in a caravan. They are at the house of Imam Musa al-Kadhim salamullahi alayhi. They arrive there and they knock at his door, and they find out that Imam Musa is not in town and he's gone for some works. And these Shias had a few questions, and these were pertinent questions. These were very deep questions that were written down, and they were given in the house of Imam Musa ibn Ja'far. What happens next? Imam Musa al-Kadhim is away. After the questions were done and the people left, Bibi Fatima Ma'suma picks up those questions, she reads them carefully, she seeks proximity with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and she responds to each and every question. After responding to each and every question, she makes a sign, a signature. And then when the people come back, they ask for the responses, and they are given the responses, and they leave. As they Musa on the road, on the path when they were traveling, so they come and they meet Imam Musa alayhi salam, and they tell Imam Musa, "Ya Musa, we were missing you. We wanted to do your ziyarah, but we didn't find you at home. So we had some questions and we left them at home. And apparently when we went back, we got the answers, and mashallah, these are the answers we've received, and we don't know who has responded." Allahu Akbar. I want you to hear this. Imam Musa alayhi salam, the father, he's now checking the the responses and all the answers. And after that, he sees the signature of his 6-year-old daughter. According to narrations, she was only 6 years old. And subhanallah, what is the statement that comes out of Imam Musa? He says, Fidaha abuha. Fidaha abuha. May my life be sacrificed for her. Abuha. The father is now telling Fidaha abuha. What it means is that she had responded exactly what Imam Musa would have responded. Now this tells us the excellence, the par excellence of her ma'rifah, her understanding, the way she was intellectually reflecting, and her theology and understanding of Quran, understanding of the ahadith, understanding of the ahkam, understanding of hadith, understanding of the sciences of the heavens and the earth. She had all the knowledges at a very, very young age. And this reminds me that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam had made the same statement for Fatima. And what did Rasulullah say? May my life be sacrificed for Fatima. Fidaha abuha. That was our Fatima, Sayyidatu Nisa'il Alameen. And this is her daughter, Fatima Ma'suma. And hence, if anyone is looking ziyarah of Bibi Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha, it is narrated by Imam Baqir alayhi salam that this dream was an authentic dream, and it is stated according to narrations, reliable sources, that you need to go and visit Bibi Ma'sume home if you want to visit Bibi Fatima Zahra alayha salam. Now my question here to you all today is that when we are giving this praise and all these accolades to Bibi Ma'suma, is it because of her relationship, her biological relationship with her father, and hence we give her all the praises? Is that the reason why we recite the ziyarah? Is that the reason why we praise her? Is that the reason why she is shifa'ah for us on the Day of Judgment? It is narrated by Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam, salawatullahi alayhi, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali. It says that whoever wants to seek shafa'ah, Bibi Ma'sume Kum can be our shafi on the Day of Judgment, on the day when people will be seeking shafa'ah, when people will be hayran, when they will be struggling, when there will be nafsi, when we will be so hopeless. That is the time Bibi Fatima Ma'sume Kum will do our shafa'ah. This is a woman we are talking about. For those of us who look down upon women today in the 21st century, who are looking for role models, who are looking for these cool role models, we look around and we're just looking for these role models. I ask you, haven't we got enough narratives of women of Quran, and one of them being Bibi Fatima Ma'suma? And you see that she died at a very young age. She died at the age of 28 or 29 according to the riwayats that we have. But it really doesn't matter. What matters is that she reached her excellence and full potential as a woman, as a daughter, as a sister of Hujjat-e-Quda and a Waliullah. She was a friend of Allah. She was seeking that path of Awliyaullah, and hence Imam al-Rida alayhi salam makes this beautiful ziyarah and mentioning all the prophets and A'imma alayhi salam, and then endorsing that this is the woman. If you want to seek shafa'ah on the Day of Judgment, then you need to take the path of Bibi Ma'sume. Today, Qum is the hub of scholastic knowledge, Islamic academia. Thousands and thousands of great scholars and Gnostics and mystics and philosophers and theologians and fuqaha have all sought blessings from this woman who is the hub, who is the axis of authorities, of ulamas, of students, and she gives that refuge, and she is a safe haven for all those foreign students who come and seek that yearning and that thirst of knowledge through a woman. And why didn't she get married? My question. I'm sure you must be thinking that there is no way in history that you see it's documented that Bibi Ma'suma was married. She wasn't married. Just like Bibi Maryam salamullahi alayha. She wasn't married at her time, and Bibi Fatima Ma'suma was not married. So she remained single. She devoted her life to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, engaging people in knowledge and ma'arifah and sciences and social work and humanitarian works that she was doing, and supporting the orphans, the widows of people around her. And you see that she did not get married. My sisters out there who feel that I am seeking a spouse and I cannot find my right match, somebody I feel comfortable in my deen, I'm compatible in my spirituality, and I feel I don't have anyone there. This was the reason why Bibi Fatima Ma'suma did not get married, because there was no kuf, there was no partner, there was no soulmate for her, somebody of her caliber. And you all know that she had sacrificed her life for the deen of Islam and Ahlul Bayt, and hence she died a single soul. But she was a mother. She still is a mother. She's a friend. She's a daughter. She's a knowledgeable woman, and she's a great support. She's a Shafi who will intercede all of us on the Day of Judgment. So when my sisters, when the lockdown eases and when we travel to these beautiful holy lands of Iran, and when we go to QUM and we just kiss this beautiful dari of Bibi Ma'suma QUM, let us not ask for some petty du'as. We do, Ya Allah, get me married. It is important. These hajats are very important. Ya Allah, give me a child. Ya Allah, sort out my finances. All these things are important, but I think most important is when we go to Bibi Ma'suma salamullahi alayha, there's one thing that we need to ask her. Ya Allah, bihaqqi ma'sumakum, O Ma'suma, I'm here at your service. I want to know you. I want to gain your ma'rifah. If I'm able to gain your understanding and knowing you, I will be able to enjoy heaven with you, because it is no point for not knowing her. How will I be in heaven when I don't even know Bibi Ma'suma? So my sisters, I end here today on this just headlines. I've just started talking about this amazing woman. Take some study circles and read about this fascinating woman, Fatima al-Kubra al-Ma'suma, who is known as Karime Ahlul Bayt. And this was a beautiful title given to Imam Hassan al-Mujtaba salamullahi alayh. And this is again given to Bibi Fatima Ma'suma, who was an embodiment of Quranic gems and an embodiment of all the grand prophets and imams manifestations. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahumma kull waliyya al-hujjat ibn al-Hasan صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا.